In 2021, millions watched a miracle on their phones. Every second, the number of tokens in your wallet went up, automatically. It looked like free money. It felt like a guaranteed salary. But those numbers weren't a reward. They were the leash. This wasn't just a coin. It was a psychological weapon designed to punish you for leaving and pay you for staying. This is the mechanism of SafeMoon. To build a cult, you don't need a genius developer. You need a mascot. Enter John Caroni, the captain. He didn't act like a tech CEO, he acted like a military commander. In a chaotic market, he offered discipline. He turned complexity into a simple mission. Operation Phoenix. It was theater, but it worked because people were tired of guessing. He wasn't selling code, he was selling a safe harbor. People didn't invest in a protocol. They enlisted in his army, and that sense of belonging was the first lock. The promise was in the name, safely to the moon. But the hook was the reflections. If you sold, you paid a 10% penalty. That money was split among everyone who stayed. It didn't feel like gambling. It felt like a savings account that never sleeps. You looked at the screen and thought, I'm making money just by breathing. It turned investing into a religion where selling was a sin and holding was a virtue. But the safety was the illusion. Here is the trap. SafeMoon paid you immediately. You opened your wallet and you had more tokens than yesterday. That visual confirmation is the strongest narcotic in finance. Why verify the code when the balance is growing? Because you felt paid, you told your friends. You weren't scamming them, you believed you were saving them. You became a recruiter working for commission. And once belief replaces verification, the exit is sealed. The community transformed into the SafeMoon army. They hunted dissidents not because they were angry, but because they were terrified. If someone questioned the code, they were attacking your future salary. They weren't fighting for a coin. They were fighting for their own imaginary wealth. When experts pointed out flaws, the army called it FUD and silenced them. Caroni had thousands of victims defending the mechanism that was robbing them. No explanation could break the trance. Then, the products failed to launch. No wallet, no exchange, no infrastructure. Caroni claimed technical hurdles. He asked for patience, but waiting wasn't patience. Waiting was the robbery. While the army held the line, the architects were draining the liquidity pool. By the time the truth came out, the money was already spent. The collapse wasn't a crash. It was a slow bleed. The reflections kept coming, but the value dropped to zero. You had millions of tokens, but they were worth nothing. The locked liquidity had a backdoor. In reality, it was a personal ATM for the executives. The FBI finally stepped in, but handcuffs don't refund money. Belief had no refund button. The most terrifying part is the denial. Even after the arrest, people defended him. Why? Because admitting he was a fraud means admitting you recruited your own family into a trap. That guilt is harder to bear than the financial loss. It's easier to believe in a conspiracy than to look in the mirror. The mechanism didn't just steal their savings, it stole their ability to accept reality, even after everything was gone. This wasn't just a coin. This is how belief is engineered. It exploits a single flaw. We think that if a number goes up, we are safe. Here is the filter. If a system pays you early, plus demands you recruit others to keep earning, stop. You are not being paid profits. You are being paid to bring in the next victim. The reflections were just digital crumbs while they stole the bread. More investigations coming.